Pick up, guys. Welcome to the Football Overseas YouTube channel. And the World Cup has finished just 10 days ago, and we are live for last week's transfer news and transfer recap. And we'll be recapping about what happened last week. And let's say intro play in.
Welcome to Football Overseas, your favorite sports hub where passion meets sports. Whether it's club football, international tournaments, or global leagues, we bring every game, every story, every debate straight to you. During the international break, every continent comes alive on our channel. Eurovision, all things Europe, Nations League, Euros, FIFA WC qualifiers. Goal Plus Africa, Africa's Heartbeat, AFCON, CHAN, COSAFA Cup, FIFA WC qualifiers. Libertadores Vision, South America Uncovered, Copa Libertadores, Copa America, WC qualifiers. Silk Dynasty, Asia Spotlight, Asian Cup, WC qualifiers. Harambee Stars Unleashed, everything about Kenya's national team. When club football dominates, we go deeper. United Frontline, the ultimate Man United fan experience. Echoes of Anfield, Liverpool like you've never seen it. House of Galacticos, Real Madrid Uncovered. Premier League Game Month Show, Stats, Analysis, Insights every 4 game weeks. Champions Crystal Ball, UEFA Tournaments, Club World Cup, Super Cup Predictions. Final Whistle Debate Show, the hottest sports topics debated by experts, every 6 weeks. Deal Paranoia, transfer window coverage you can't miss. And for weekly predictions? We cover everything: Premier League, Championship, FA Cup, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, League One, DStv Premiership, T20 Cricket, F1, Women's Super League, international tournaments, and much more. Why subscribe? Because we don't just show games, we predict, analyze, debate, and break the stories that matter. From transfers to tactical battles, from managerial appointments to live watch-alongs, Football Overseas gives you the edge no other channel does. This is your hub for global sports, where every match counts, every opinion matters, and every fan belongs. Subscribe, join the debate, and fuel your passion. The game doesn't wait, and neither should you.
Yo, okay, so the World Cup is done. The World Cup is done. Spain are the World Cup champions and they beat Argentina 1-0 after extra time. And England claimed third place. And the world football and football world is still hangover from the final that happened 10 days ago. And obviously, the transfer market does not wait for anyone to sober up. And we are live for last week transfer recap, and this is the Paranoia episode 6 post final, post World Cup final frenzy. The World Cup heroes are about to get paid, and the World Cup flops are about to get dumped, and the clubs that spent a month and 2 weeks of watching World Cup, of watching the players on the biggest stage, are now moving on them for real. This is we're not talking about any PR talk. We're not going to sugarcoat or any fake optimism. This is just us, the real verdicts and the 32 live storyline. So let's get started with this live stream. We start off with the first transfer talk and the first transfer rumor. That is Asllani to Dortmund. Asllani or Hoffenheim to Leipzig. That is a done deal. It was done. Let me even put it down. Yeah, that is a done deal completed and everything completed. Uh-huh. It is official by the release clause and it was confirmed on July 32nd. There's nothing to argue about this deal. Asllani, he did not manage. Which club did he? Asllani, Asllani had a very good World Cup qualifiers. I'll be honest. I watched some of his football, and I really thought him and the other player really managed to fight for his nation to qualify for the World Cup, but they didn't. They fell to towards the end, and it was sad. But I thought the man deserved at least a move up, and the man got his move eventually. He moved up from Hoffenheim to Leipzig, and it is a done deal. What are your thoughts about this deal? Because for this deal, how old is the player? Asllani. Yeah, Asllani is a Albanian striker. He's a striker from Albania, and he's 24 years old. Last season, let me check his stats from last season, because that will tell you a lot about him. He has won a lot of trophies. Yeah, a proven winner, proven title winner. You can see of trophies. There where I can move this. Yeah, let me remove this so that I can. Oh, shoot. Okay. No, no, no. I was just trying to focus. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, yeah. So, what do you know about the guy? He's what did I talk about? The long Aslan Christianian Christian Aslani. Wait. Unless that's a wrong spelling of his name. Finkson. Oh, Finkson Aslani. Sorry, my bad. Finkson Aslani. Yeah, I was wondering how. Yeah, my bad. It is Finkson Aslani. Yeah, he plays from Hoffenheim. He plays for Kosovo. I mean Kosovo, and he plays as a center forward. Another place he plays is left winger, second striker. Very very versatile player. Team positions. Starts last season. He's also German. He was born in Germany, but Kosovo is where his citizenship is. He's scored 90 goals in his career, provided 44 assists. Hmm. Okay, I don't like this thing. And then I'll pause. I'll pause, and I think, yeah, I think that's better now. Yeah, so 90 goals, 44 assists, so that's a good record. Can also play as a left winger, a second striker, attacking midfielder, and a left wing as well. So on the attacking side, he's mostly on the left side, and he hasn't played right wing. I think he could if he's trained to play that position, but he hasn't been tempted there to play that position. Last season, let's see how many GA he has gotten last season. Uh-huh. Last season, he managed to get 11 goals, 10 assists. Each is not that impressive as you can see. That is around 24 GA, and it's his low numbers, rotation numbers. And how much did they pay for him? They paid 30 million. So yeah, that is low numbers. That's something that he needs to work on is his numbers. And I don't know whether Leipzig. Let me check. Because I'm trying to figure out where will Asllani fit in Leipzig. Because I know that Leipzig has already a left winger here. They have they have two strikers and attacking midfield. They don't have one attacking midfield. So and this guy has gone. So they don't play with an attacking midfielder role. So most likely he'll mostly play as a striker unless this kid is moving on. Romero, which I doubt because his contract is expiring when 2030. So again, where will he play? Maybe he's brought in to be a backup to for Nusa, so that Nusa can shoot to the right side. But again, that doesn't make sense. So that maybe he's brought to be a backup to Nusa, I think. But he mostly plays as a striker, though. It's really very hard to see where Asllani will play. I'm not really sure as such because I'm looking at his positions. His main position is striker. For sure, this guy needs to go harder. I don't know whether harder has been performing well. It's for German fans to tell me, but um, less in terms of age. Yeah, I think this guy will mostly leave, and then for Ashley to come in and be backup. It doesn't make sense, but anyway, yeah, the move is really confusing. To be honest, the move is really confusing. But all I can say, he has had two yellow cards and zero sent offs, and yeah, and zero second yellows. So in terms of discipline, his discipline is there. So another one is Summerville. Summerville, West Ham to Al Hilal. That is a done deal confirmed, and it is valued at 60 million total. West Ham needed to sell because of they were relegated and they needed some cash, so they didn't have a choice. And the selling club was willing to sell. Buying club wanted to buy. Now the question is for the player, why will you go to Saudi at a young age when you could go to potential European options? There are a lot of options for Summerville, and going to Saudi is too early at this age of his career to go to Saudi. That's the same way how each kid, it was a certain kid that went to Saudi. What is his name? Yeah, I know there was a certain one. It was Gabri Vega. Gabri Vega. Yeah, it was Gabri Vega. I remember he made a similar move for that similar for Somerville, where a lot of English clubs where a lot of European clubs were after him. Then he chose the Saudi money over staying in Europe, and now he's trying to find a way back, and it didn't work out for him. Somerville, I'll say for his career, it is a bad career move moving to Saudi at this point of this career. Saudi, they get a good rotational player to replace Mahrez. They terminated his contract with Mahrez, and they they get a younger version of him. Now the other thing about this move is it's good on the players on the club side, but on the player side, it's a confusing move. I'll have advised him to stay in Europe. Yeah. Now, yeah. So for this, once these are two clean, these are two clean done deals to open the win to open the show. Enjoy it while it lasts because here is where it gets messy. Yeah. So we start off with this deal. So we start off with one deal that is almost done. Is this deal of Osman Dembele to Nottingham Forest, the centre back. That deal is almost done. Yeah, Osman Dembele to no Osman Dembele the Osman de Diomande to Nottingham Forest. That deal is almost done. Sporting has signed his replacement, and I think it's a matter of medical terms and personal terms yet. But as I checked last week, that deal should be done. And my thought on the player is a good quality player to bring to the Premier League. Yeah, and it's a kind of player I'll have loved United to sign to replace certain players, and it's sad that he's going to Nottingham and not other places as well. But I'm glad, but I'll be excited to see how he does in the Premier League. I'll be excited to see how he moves in the Premier League. It's a big upgrade for him. But however, he will be moving from a potential chance of winning trophies to a potential chance of fighting for either relegation or for or for European yeah or or for European football. So I think those ones as well. Another one, another deal we'll be talking about is Armini Oneshe to Ajax. That is an almost done deal. Girona to Ajax. That deal has been on the negotiation table since for the past 2 weeks. It is almost done. Is there any update from this side? It is holding at 90% to be done. From before it is trending straight into conclusion. The player had a good visible World Cup feature and is one of those players where for Morocco he played well. Apart from that real guy he played well and it's sad that his club got relegated last season, and he's one of those players where I'll tell you he should not be playing in the second division of the Spanish hierarchy, and he's a quality player that deserves to be in a club higher than Sport than Girona. So he's moving from Girona to Ajax, and for the buying club, excellent move. They get a quality CM, upcoming star, to partner with Jordi Marco, and that is a generation talent coming, and something else as well. For the player, he's getting more visibility. Obviously, Ajax, he'll win more. There are more chances of him winning trophies. His first career trophies, even though it is at a lesser league, but he'll get chances of winning trophies and being known as a title winning man as well. So it works for all three parties, I think. For Girona, they'll have loved to keep him for the fight back to La Liga, but again, there's a certain amount of money that you receive that you cannot say no to. Yes. Now, this another deal that is almost done. It was 85% done as I checked last week. And this deal is Estepan to Aston Villa. Estepan to Aston Villa. Last time I checked on this guy, he's a quality left back. A left back where at his best time at Brighton used to be good attacking, going down the wing. He went to AC Milan, he disappeared off there. He has had some couple of injuries, I think, I reckon with. But Liverpool, Aston Villa needs those kind of players who have European experience, players who have that maturity in the game, and especially as now they're climbing into a higher competition, they need those kind of players to pump that experience into that squad as well. So it's a good move for him, and he'll be a good mentor to Ian Matson if they still kept Ian Matson. And for the player he's going to stay in UCL football. Yeah, so that a move up, even though in his career it's more of a move down because they're going from a legendary club like S Milan to Aston Villa. So yeah, and next another club is Savinho, Man City to Tottenham. This deal is practically done. The only thing left is Man City to find a replacement. But my thoughts on this is it a good deal on all sides. Tottenham get a pacey winger, and Man City gets cash that well for a winger that did manage to get game time in City in Pep's last season's crowded wingers slot, and Savinhos gets a fresh start. So all parties win on that float. Now, yeah, those are four deals that are sitting on the edge of official. Any of this, any of those four, any of this could club midstream. and if it does, we'll be calling it live. And yeah, so this is live but unresolved. Rodri to Madrid. There's some serious interest. Personal terms are agreed for Rodri to Madrid, but the issue is now. Yeah, personal terms are delayed. It is 55% chance to happen. Personal terms are delayed. Rodri told City that he wants this move. City wants 80 million, but Madrid are not willing to pay more than 60 million for the player. And there's a 20 million gap. That gap is huge. And it's either they decide to break the gap into installments or they decide to break the gaps into finding to make to or find each other in the midway. I don't know how they will, but somehow they'll have to because the player wants a move, the buying club wants a player, the selling club wants to keep the player, and Rodri is sent for a back surgery. It could complicate the timeline of this move. This move looks like a move that could happen more in the winter than in the summer, and I think Rodri will stay at Man City. Yes. Um, Another player is yeah. Another deal is a Beyonde to yeah Beyonde to Lille to Man City. That is a deal that is advancing quickly, and it is a deal that could happen as fast as possible. Personal terms have already been agreed, and he has agreed to a 5-year deal. And I think it is cities in advanced direct club to club talk. The player is a good rotational player. You can see how he breaked out in the World Cup 2026 with the way he controlled some of those games. He was an exciting player to watch for. I have loved to see him play in Manchester for the red shirt instead of the white shirt. But here I am seeing him play. I'm going to see him play for the white for the blue shirt instead of the red shirt in Manchester. So it is interesting, yeah. And City are confident they does need Leeds fee to be settled and the player will be there. Selling club wants to keep the player. Buying club is interested. The player wants to move. So now that's a matter of them settling down that fee and them trying to find a middle ground. Now this one is Christian Romero to Barcelona or Inter, Tottenham to Barcelona or Inter. This is a split verdict, to be honest. I think it's one of those 50-50 where it could collapse or it could go on. But again, here it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Romero's career at Spurs is over. That part is near certain. Obviously, we know Romero could be leaving the club at Spurs, and we know. But the question is, where is he heading? He was leaving Spurs this summer. Yeah, each club gets him is a different question. Barcelona are financially stretched. and Inter think that any fee near Spurs valuation is value is too rich, and Atletico are circling, so it has 40 to 45% chance on where Romero could go to, but we know 85% chance is leaving Spurs, but to go to Real is 40 to 45% chance because of that high Spurs valuation, which could keep him at Spurs. Yes, that's why I kept it as 50-50. And by City to PSG, PSG to City, that is a deal that is upcoming. 45% serious interest, and yeah, City are favorites, but PSG wants over 50 million for the player. Literally, nobody met that number yet. Spurs, Liverpool, Dortmund, and Chelsea are still circling, and they don't. But there's no one who is willing to meet that option. Remember, City are still negotiating with Bowende, and yeah. So according to the situation, is PSG is willing to sell the teenage for 50 million, exceeding 42 million pounds. Senegal player wants to leave the French capital to secure more guaranteed first-team football. It I'm surprised why you want to leave PSG to go from one bench to another bench. It doesn't make sense. They're targeting him because of his breakout season in 25-26, and I'll advise him if he wants to get more minutes, he should go to a club like Brighton, Brentford. I know it will hurt his career wise, but he'll get far more first team minutes there, and he'll continue with the breakout. But he's going to City, and with City, the wings position is already too clouded. So again, he could be going from one bench to another bench. So it's not the best move I'll advise him to do, but yeah, it's just what it is. Next one. Mhm. Next one is this kid from Argentina, Boca Juniors, Zab- Zabalnels to Napoli. Mhm. So, yeah, Inter Milan has, no, sorry, Napoli has reached a verbal agreement on personal terms, the winger. Yeah, and personal terms are agreed, and the winger has turned down multiple options from Russia, Brazil, and the reports include a 4 to 5 year deal. Club has submitted a opening bid of 10 million pound euros. That is 10 million pound dollars because his contract in Boca Juniors expires in December 2026. Boca is close to accepting a lower fee than losing him for free, but the final timing is Napoli is not in a rush. They know if they're not able to get him for free now, they're not able to get him. Then now they'll be able to get him for free in the winter. So timing is on their side, and everything works for them as well. So I think that works. Another deal on this one is Brett to Leeds. Yeah, Jalen Bright to Leeds. That is a 50-50 deal. I know you're wondering how is he going to Leeds? Yeah, I'll explain. There's a few. Yeah, Julian Brad is currently a free agent, and he's evaluating a contract proposal from Leeds after his 7-year stay with Dortmund has ended. Leeds and Ajax have both submitted offers to sign the 30-year-old attacking midfielder. The player wants favors a move to Premier League and views Leeds as his preferred destination. Um, yeah, and the player seems to be closer to signing for Leeds as experienced player. My thoughts on this deal: it is a quality deal, good quality deal. If it happens, this guy will bring experience to Leeds. He'll make Leeds survive for the second season in a row. And I don't think Leeds. I think he'll bring make Leeds stay in. He'll make Leeds go to mid-table and finish mid-table. Yeah, so I think this is a kind of a deal where you bring in a quality player, experience as well, attacking midfielder as well. But even though he doesn't have the legs, I'll want to have a faster, younger player on top of him as he comes off the bench to control those games where Leeds are taking the lead. Or yeah, so he competes. He can also mentor the upcoming youthful players at Leeds, and it's one of those excellent negotiated deals. Another one is Newcastle is Bruno Guimarães to Arsenal. Okay. Yeah, so so for Guimaraes, he wants to move. Newcastle are frustrated by the constant noise around him, but there's no formal Arsenal bid yet. There is going to be a formal bid. There's personal terms agreed. So, and there's a real valuation gap. Newcastle, I think, signed a replacement there, but it's going to be a hard deal to do. It's a 50-50 deal, but potentially could happen. Yeah, it's a good quality player if Arsenal manages to pull off the deal. Even though Tonali will have been a better option, but signing Bruno Guimaraes is a good quality CM to sign. So yeah, another one. I think I'll most likely end it here. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining this stream on this channel. I'll see you guys for the next one next time. See you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. I'll be live on Friday for the next episode.